What is up, everybody? Hopefully you guys are doing great as always. My name is Itai. In today's chess video, I'm going to be introducing a very essential checkmate pattern known as the corners mate. The corner mate is very common, and so it's very valuable that you understand it, and that is why I'm making the video today. More than 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're watching this right now, first off, hello, how are you doing? And second off, make sure you subscribe. Also, comment down below any suggestions for future videos you want that you think will be helpful. I don't want to waste any more of your valuable time, so let's get into the corners mate. You can see the corner mate on the screen right now. Notice that the big idea, the big thing in the corner mate is this rook here that is stopping the king from escaping. The knight here its only purpose is to do a check. It doesn't have to protect any of the other squares, as once again the rook covers these two, and there has to be something stopping the king from going here. It can be your own bishop or queen that's eyeing it down, or it can just be a piece that black has that will stop the king from moving there. But yeah, once you have this rook here, and this is the big key part of this mate, but once you have the rook here, all you need is check. And this check doesn't have to be a knight. You can also deliver, obviously, this check with the bishop. But all you have to do is give check to your opponent once the rook is cutting off the king from getting back into the game. Obviously, this is the corners mate because the king is in the corner, and obviously it's in mate. It cannot escape anywhere. Just like other mating patterns, a lot of times you will use this mating pattern not only to deliver checkmate, but just to force your opponent's hand into giving you material. So a lot of times by forcing or threatening to mate, you can win a big amount of material. And so I'll show an example in this video, one where you mate using this pattern, and another one where you can force your opponent into giving you material using this checkmate pattern. Let's suppose you're playing as black and white just made the move rook to d4. Using what you know about the corners mate, how can you checkmate your opponent and ultimately win the game here? Now you can pause the video and take as much time as you need to find the solution. Once you have the solution, then you can leave your answer in the comment below. But for right now, let me just go ahead and reveal the solution. It involves a rather nice queen sacrifice. You go ahead and take the rook here, and once the bishop takes, you can obviously mate with the help of this rook. Now I want to give away some key pointers here. First off, a key giveaway that you can use the corners mate is this rook here. If you have a rook that is so clearly cutting off the king from engaging into the game, and also if you have this pawn or a piece from your opponent that is also cutting off the king, you should understand that all you need is a bishop or knight to check your king. Obviously you can't check here, that would do you no good because the pawn. So you're going to end up having to check here, but the problem is that there's a rook here. So you have to figure out how to get rid of the rook, and hopefully you would have looked at your queen, figured out that you can trade here because it directly leads to a checkmate. So although I wouldn't recommend giving up your queen for nothing, if you've made the calculations and you are sure that it has to leave or has to lead to mate, then it is certainly worth it. And that is how you mate in this position. Here is a second example that I have for you. Although this example is a little extreme, I highly doubt you'll find yourself in such a pleasant position like white has here. You can still learn a lot from this example, because you'll learn that you don't always need to use mating patterns strictly for mating. A lot of times you can use them to win material. Okay, so let's look at this example here. Pause the video, try to figure out what you can do. By now, hopefully you recognize the pattern of a rook that's cutting off the king, and a pawn here that's also cutting off the king. So all you need is this move here. Now this is obviously mate, so white has to give away the queen. So you can see how sometimes you can win material, and although you wouldn't be able to mate here, at least not in a series of 5 or so forcing moves, with this position it's so winning that you will eventually probably win the game. So you can see that a lot of times you can use mating patterns to give you that edge that you need to secure a victory in the game. So make sure that you always look for the key giveaway, which is a rook that is cutting off the opponent's king, and a piece or maybe even a bishop that is stopping the king from, moving this way. And then all you need is to deliver check, okay? So try to figure out, in my games, can I make this mating pattern? That will wrap it up for the corner mate video. If you want other checkmate pattern videos like the one here today, then you can press the checkmate pattern playlist right here. Also, if you never want to miss a chess video and you want to be part of this awesome community here on YouTube, then you can press this big circle here in the center. And beyond that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.